How's it going? It is Charles Botensten from Botensten Properties International. I have my mom here today. She's making a face in the background. Starting her first day here. She's excited. She's very excited. She's got a smile from ear to ear. And we're going to be talking about, ironically, momentum. And we could be talking about momentum buying and selling. You could do either. Today, I already wrote it down. I'm going to be talking about selling on Monday. Today is Friday, October 17th. And today we're going to be talking about the reason why when you go into a purchase, you need momentum. You need your mindset that if you start, there's no reason to stop. You know, a lot of people go in and they start the purchase and they then go on a vacation, or they go on a honeymoon, or they start planning for their wedding, or they're doing something that distracts them, and that momentum stops. When you're on the momentum of buying, and it's different than selling, because when you're the owner and you have the momentum of selling as an owner, that's a whole new video in of itself. But today we're just going to be talking about buying. The importance of being in the momentum is that I've seen so many buyers come to an open house, and actually the last buyer that purchased, they were looking and they got into a bidding war with someone else, and both of them were looking for almost 6 months. Both of them were looking for 6 months. And you kind of think about it and you're like, 6 months is a long time. And 6 months is a long time. It's not the price range where it should be 6 months. You should really, there's this pretty much the same amount of inventory between a certain price range. Once you hit the higher price points of say $5-10 million, you can dramatically have different views, outdoor space. Once you're under $1 million, there's really not much of a difference between the inventory, between the homes that you're going to see. And both of them mentioned that they were looking for 6 months. That is the epitome of probably starting and stopping. And once you start, you have to know that you're ready mentally, because that's the biggest part, is that you have to mentally know that in, say, a month or 2 months, you're going to be in contract with something. You have to prepare yourself to move. You have to have your funds in order, all the money, if you're getting it gifted from your parents, or you're getting it gifted from a friend, or you have to wait for a bonus or restricted stock or something like that. You have to make sure that it's all in your bank account. That's taking action. If you're like, well, if I discover a place, then I'll get the money, or once I find a place, then I'll sell my stock, or things like that. It kind of, once the money's in your bank account, it kind of makes it more serious, makes it more real, and it really jumpstarts you to, if you're financing, go to the bank. Obviously, number one, you have to go to the bank. Your credit is going to be run, and I've done videos in the past about this, but your credit's going to be run. It's based on how much money you make and how much money you have in the bank. So once you go to the bank, it makes it more real, and you understand how much you're going to buy, or what the price point you're looking to buy. Then if you're looking for a co-op, then there's debt to income ratio, monthly debt to income ratio, known as DTI, and that's different. That's your amount of debt to your income. But once you actually get your pre-approval letter from the bank and it says, oh, we're willing to lend to this amount, then you get that excitement, that wow, this is real, this is going to be fun, and everything else. Keep that momentum going. And the reason being is that, especially in an increasing or an appreciating market, things that you saw in the spring are going to be way more expensive, and way more could be at percentage-wise or dollar-wise. It doesn't look like a lot, but it's significant, because you're going to have either more competition between more buyers. The spring is always less expensive than the fall in an appreciating market, and obviously we're in one right now. So buyers that were like, oh, I couldn't find anything in the spring, take the summer off, and then they re-enter in the fall, and you're like, whoa, wait a minute, this one sold in the spring for $100,000 less or $50,000 less, and then you're looking at something on a lower floor, and you're like, how is it more expensive than the one that sold in the spring on a higher floor? And that's just how the market is. So number one is it's going to hurt you in the pocket, and number two is that when you start and then stop, it's hard to get going again. It's like starting, it's like pushing the boulder down the hill. Because it's very time consuming. You're talking to a lot of different parties, your broker, your banker, an attorney, maybe a money manager. You're also looking at the stock that you may be selling or you sold. So number one is get all the funds in order, get your mind prepared. This is really important. Get your mind prepared. That is the most important part. And sit down with your agent and obviously discuss what your time frame is. Are you waiting for restricted stock to vest? Are you having a baby? Are you looking to change jobs? Are you looking to, I don't know, move in with a spouse or move in with a girlfriend or boyfriend or move out, move to a different area? Is your lease up? Listen, there's so many different circumstances, but once you start. So prepare, but start. And when you start, in an appreciating market, it's going to hit your pocket if you stop. As well as to restart it, it's going to be frustrating. And that's really, as I mentioned in the beginning, the two examples, the two people that were looking for 6 months, which is a long time, is you get frustrated and you're like, fine, I'll take it. A good thing it worked out. The buyer really wanted it. She got it. She loves it. But there could be cases where you're like, you know what? And then you give up and then you never end up buying. And then in the future, you'll be saying, oh, I wish I bought in 2014, or I wish, people in 2014, of course they wish they bought in 2011 and 2012, but they stopped because of, say, the market. Now the market's good, but you have to question, when you enter the market, do you actually want to buy? And if you do, buy, because otherwise you're not going to want to restart it. So it's very time consuming. Talk to your agent. Obviously discuss the time frame that you're on. Do you have to sell something to buy something? Do you need money from a family member or parents or whatever to buy? Make sure that's in order. But I implore you to, once you start, do not stop. Keep it going. Go to every open house that you can every single Sunday. Go to second showings during the week. Make it your second job. You have your first job, and then your second job is looking for a home, obviously with your agent. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments section. Subscribe to the video. I think we only have about like 2 subscribers. There we go. We get my mom laughing in the background. She's still here. I think she fell asleep. My mom's going to be the 3rd subscriber. Our favorite social media network is Instagram, so follow us on Instagram. Obviously, subscribe to the videos. If you have any questions, leave in the comments section. And we will visit you on Monday. And on Monday, we're going to be talking about momentum when you're selling and offers when they come in. And that's a whole different topic, and it's very emotional on that part. More emotional than buying, because you're the owner, you've been in there. I won't discuss it, but I will see you guys on Monday, October 20th. Talk to you guys soon.